What's up, YouTube land? Xeno Gaming here to introduce to you the F1 2020 game, and I'm excited today for the new game, and have been for a long time indeed. And I've been quite sick. Well, not that sick, but like just a bit of a cold, and over the past week, that's why I haven't uploaded any videos of the new game. I got the game on last Tuesday, so that was a bit unfortunate timing, but nonetheless, we are here today to start our new My Team. So that will be all very well and good to get into this new mode and see what it's all about. So let's go and get a look at what we have here.
Welcome
As
to my team. Here, you'll experience the world of Formula One not only as a driver, but as the owner of a brand new F1 team. First things first, let's choose your character.
So yeah, we'll have a look at what we have here.
Right, now let's
And-
start some of the key details of your new team. We'll start with an easy one. What name would you like to give the team?
It's going to be called Team Xeno Racing. I think just quite a easy one to go. We're just going to go with Xeno Racing by the looks of it. So yeah, excited to play the new game, see what the car feels
Now,
like.
some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor.
So we need a sponsor.
Primary sponsor will pay a signing bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They will also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal that they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
So interesting to see that we have a sponsor, and we'll just see what this is all about here. 4.2 million, 4.3 million, 4.6 million, all the objectives here on screen, as you can see. So this is, I guess, like the main title sponsor of the car, as a kind of like how Red Bull is for the Red Bull team, the main title sponsor, and then with like Mercedes, Petronas is the title sponsor. And so yeah, I guess that's what this kind of is, as we have all the different options here. And you need to find a good balance between signing bonus and realistically being able to hit the objective by the looks of it. So we'll just have a look through at these objectives and see which one is the best. So this Pacifio one here has 5.2 million signing bonus, and it has a pretty achievable team objective. Good signing bonus, a good team objective. So Pacifico, I should say, looks like it could be a good option to be our new title sponsor here in our My Team. A good signing bonus, good weekly income as well. So, and if we can hit that sponsor objective for the season, we will be able to.
Now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign a power unit supply now. We need both performance and durability from our power unit, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
Okay, so we need good power, good durability, good performance. Ferrari's got the best engine here, but they're also the most expensive.
For our team now.
And Mercedes balancing the books, good performance, good durability. I think that is the best option compared to Renault
These are the
and
drivers
Honda.
available to be your first teammate. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, so consider everything when deciding who to hire. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up. The higher a driver's level, the more acclaim they will earn for their current team. And remember, the faster the team levels up, the faster our income will increase. race, the higher a driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Racecraft is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Rating is a summary of the driver's overall skill level.
So here are the drivers we have as option. Looks like Ralph Bachon, Tatia Calderon, Louis Deltraz, Boccolini, I'm not sure how to say that, Luca Giotto, Antoine Hubert, Matsushita, and Nick DeFries, the reigning GP2 champion. He will cost $2 million to bring in though. Hubert, Matsushita, Giotto, all 1.5 million. I think that's probably going to be between these four drivers which one we sign, and then I kind of narrowed it down between Hubert and DeFries. I was having a quick look at Delatraz, who is a little bit cheaper but not the same level of ability. Hubert has got good pace, but Nick DeFries has that awareness of 80, and he has a little bit higher experience, so I think that just means more resource points. So not by much though, but so you got to decide here which driver is better. But you can see Hubert is a bit more pacier, 78 rating compared to DeFries 70. So I'm leaning towards going with Antoine Hubert here as our driver of choice, and give him the shot in Formula One that he always deserved. Unfortunately lost his life in that accident at Spa last year, but hopefully we can bring him into our team, and he can do a good work for us.
Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
So Mercedes engine, Antoine Hubert, Pacifico as the sponsor. I'm pretty happy with that. We got a little bit of money left over, not too much.
Select or edit delivery will be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ.
So we'll have a little look at delivery here. I'll be back and see and this is what I've come up with. And the red and blue, I think it goes well. I've got that logo with the blue on the back, then the red and the black. So those look to be the team colours I'm going to go with.
Back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula One.
So that's the intro of the to making our car, making our team choices. So we've gone with the Mercedes engine, which has been probably the best engine over this hybrid era. Only really since last year Ferrari have seemed to get on top in the engine department, though however in real life that's not the case in 2020 so far, after the first couple of rounds of this Austrian Grand Prix. But anyway, moving on, and you get to set the race calendar if you really want to have that shorter season. If you haven't got the time on your hands to play a full season, we will be playing a full season though in Formula One, 22 races, and you can actually edit the calendar the way you want as well. You can take off, I thought it was a set 16 and 10 races, but no, you can actually edit which tracks you want off or on the calendar if you really wanted to. So cool little feature there, I thought, and good to see that if there's tracks that you just don't like that are on the calendar, you can just remove them. And anyway, so moving on, and we're going to set our settings here. Not sure how I ended up on the difficulty of 105 ultimate level last year. I'm not sure how it's going to be for this year's game, so we're going to just start it off at 103 and we'll see how that goes. All the assists are off, 50% race, and it should be quite a challenge in the new car. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be in the field, but it's going to be a struggle, I think, this first season. But we should be able to do some job here. But now we've got this Meet the Press, the new interviews for the game, with Will Buxton in the game this year, which is nice to see him being added to this game and doing the interviews, like these main feature interviews, instead of the other reporter Claire, who's still in the game as kind of a post-racing qualifying slash practice interviewee. But Will Buxton has got the gig here for these new My Team cutscenes. So enjoy the first one.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula One too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula One, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
I think we should be able to manage the books and the driving. The driving part probably will be a bit more of a challenge than managing the books, I'd say. But we're not sure how it is going to be in this game, challenging managing the books, so it will be interesting.
Every team needs two drivers. But what was it that drew you to your teammates?
Well, we know before his tragic accident that Hubert was fast and he was a race winner in F2, so hopefully he can, do a good job in the first year, and we're not sure if we'll retain him in the future, but, we'll see how it goes.
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat?
Well, obviously we want to beat Williams. We probably also want to be beating Haas, maybe even AlphaTauri, so we'll see how it goes. This is just my opinion. See how much the car develops over the course of the year.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
Slow. I think slow and is going to be over the first few races, but, with some development, hopefully we improve. At least we'll have a good power unit with the Mercedes in the back of it, so maybe not too slow on the straights, maybe just a little bit struggling in the corners a little bit, but we'll see how it goes.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Spending money and resource, I guess. There's not really much more you can do it to win in these things. You got to spend money to make money, and you got to spend money to win. So, spending our resource that we earn, but I guess completing these sponsor objectives is really important.
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Being aggressive, I guess when it comes to overtaking, it's a real driver's skill. We haven't hired the best driver in terms of racecraft in Hubert. He's more of it seems a qualifier from his stats, and he may struggle a bit more in the race, but hopefully he gets a little bit higher up the grid and then can defend throughout the race.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
This is a tricky answer to answer because we've only just started playing the game. I haven't really seen anything from each department yet, so it's hard to say. It's not like we started way back in winter testing, but it is what it is with these answers. I didn't realise at the time, but these answers actually do matter to the departments, and you'll see that in a second.
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
Exactly what the team's been working on. When you've got time, check the R&D tree to see our current progress and where we think there's room for more. And while you're at it, why not take a stroll around HQ and check on how the team's doing?
So, yeah, good little introduction to the game there, or to the mode, I should say, with Will Buxton there. Quite a lengthy interview as well, so nice to see it. I don't mind these kind of lengthy interviews, and this is the whole new interface. It looks very clean. I do like it a lot. This is back at your headquarters. You have your calendar there. all set up. So, and you got your
This is where
facilities.
You can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
So the aerodynamic chassis durability powertrain, we've kind of had these in the past on the R&D tree, of course, but we've also now got a personnel, which is for like the drivers and driver training, and also marketing up your team. So it's good to see there's not new areas of the team we can develop the car, or help develop the car in a certain way, whether it's marketing to earn more money to put into the car, or you know. So it's good to see. I like it so far. And looking at the tree, we're actually quite highly ranked here, ahead of Williams, Haas, and Alfa Romeo. So not a bad starting point for us, actually. I think maybe could be the Mercedes engine helping a little bit, but obviously Alfa have the Ferrari engine, same as Haas, and that's better than the Mercedes off the bat. So yeah, you can see from the way we've answered, we've got quite a good chassis department straight away. So we've got 4 upgrades already completed on the chassis, 1 on the aero, nothing on the engine or durability side, so we'll have to work on that. And we've already got a little bit of resource points to play with as well. So I'm just looking at these little mini upgrades. That's what Mercedes does compared to same as for the engine. So they bring upgrades that we don't have any control over, and they actually scheduled updates. If you scroll across, you can see what days they're scheduled to come to the car. Same for the engine department. And yeah, that's really cool to see these new features of that. The team that supplies your engine help develop the engine. You don't have to put all your resource points into it, but obviously there are still bits to the engine that we can affect, like spark plugs and stuff like that. So we can still affect certain parts to help improve the power to the car, to help separate us from our other Mercedes teams, which are Williams, Racing Point, and of course Mercedes. So we become the 4th Mercedes powered car on the grid. So I wonder if other teams can change power units in this game. I'm guessing no, but it'd be interesting to see. I guess we could if we really wanted to, but I am happy with our choice of the Mercedes engine for now. And all these new screens here, we've got this corporate tab here, by the looks of it.
Here, we can spend any extra money that you secured on perks. Each of these perks benefit both you and your current team. They stay with you, so they'll make you a more attractive prospect in future negotiations.
So this is a interesting little screen here. Perks, driver perks. That's an engine reducing perk. We got some marketing perks here. So driver training. Interesting stuff here. We'll have to definitely look at this at a later date. We'll probably focus on building up our facilities and other parts first, because that probably could be a bit more important in the short term.
From here, you can see pertinent details on each driver in the sport. Compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls around, this is where you will approach any drivers you wish to hire.
So this is an interesting screen to look at. We've obviously got one of the cheaper drivers on the grid in Hubert at $1.5 million at the minute. So that's good to see. But we'll just see how it goes over the course of this first season. I'll probably keep Hubert for the entirety of the first year. I don't think there'll be a reason to change. It's not like we're fighting for a championship, and we're not really going to be having that driver to push for more points. I think this is more of a build into the F1 kind of year, kind of just develop the car, move it towards the top 10, and then in the off season we'll reevaluate our driver situation, and if we need a new driver, we'll definitely sign one on. If we don't, we'll keep Hubert and develop him up as a potential star driver. I assume he's only young, so he will have plenty of development, and could probably improve his rating quite a bit. He's very similar overall to Nicholas Latifi, and drivers do improve over the course of this game, and drivers retire, so he could be good to have for the future. We're not going to be able to sign Lewis Hamilton because his contract costs more than our whole car does at the minute, so You know, we definitely can't afford Hamilton at $19 million when we only have 300k in the budget. So if you want a star driver like a Hamilton, Verstappen is going to take a few years before you can get to that by the looks of it. As I now have a look at a few helmet designs, I changed the colours a little bit, and I like this one the most, this red and black one. I thought it suited the best for me and our car, so that's the one I'm going to go with. Also driver suit, we're going to go with this one, just change the colours a little bit to match ours, and yeah. So I'm very excited to start this new My Team mode. It's going to be interesting to see how we can fare. It seems like we've got quite a good performance off the bat, so we might be able to challenge for some points here in these opening races. It's going to be interesting to see still how well the Mercedes power unit performs for us in our car, and if it's going to be different to how it would perform in the Mercedes car or other cars that have the Mercedes power unit. This is pretty cool how you can look into each facility in there. You have your employees just working for you. We already have one on the aerodynamics.
It's important to use the time between races to the fullest extent, and that's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
So, team activities. I'm not sure what this is about yet, but we'll go more in depth into it. Looks like you can, I don't know, upgrade your driver maybe upgrade your team, your resource points. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, we've got a few activities. You can just schedule them over a certain amount of days. You maybe marketing as well. You can maybe make some money from marketing a certain kind of way. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out over the course of the year. Really excited with the new game and this new mode. So yeah, this looks pretty neat actually. Good new feature to the mode. I didn't even really know about it. Yeah. Sorry if I am sniffling a little bit. Still just trying to get over my cold. And that looks really good. 5 days. And get your driver to upgrade in every department. Got a car review on the 6th. Okay. So we'll see what that's about. I guess we can probably simulate Ford. Oh, we got the messages are back. You can view them from your headquarters, I guess. So that's good to know. To stay informed of the date of what Formula 1 is all about. So that's a long message from Carl. And IT designer as well. So that's a new role within the game, I guess. Carl was the head of development in last year's game. Looks like he's the head of development in this year's game. So that's like your technical director, your James Ellisons of the world, your Adrian Newey's. That's who Carl pretty much is. Only he's a lot cheaper, I guess. It'd be cool to see in the future maybe if you could hire some of those real life people. Probably a step for another game, but that would be a cool thing if you could hire like an Adrian Newey, or if you could have and he had like abilities, these designers and stuff that would help. Maybe Adrian Newey's, because he's a aero efficiency boss, he would be good for the aero department and boost that department a little bit more, and Lean's development that way a little bit more to your car. I don't know, just spitballing here ideas that could really help improve this My Team mode even further. So yeah, we'll move on now. You can see the cars underneath the cover, so yet to be revealed to the world what the car looks like, but yeah, just interesting mode here. Personnel, and this is okay. You simulate. That's a very standard simulator. Just playing. What's that? Monza. Very stock standard simulator. We're gonna have to improve that. help the driver. Yep, get that camera lined up. Nice, get that shot right. So yeah, it looks like the aerodynamics is the only part of the car that has been upgraded. I guess that's from the interview questions. So that department's had one upgrade. Not sure what upgrade, but we'll figure that out. Yeah. Marketing. That probably won't be upgraded for a little bit. Probably focus on the main 4 categories first. So, yeah, this is all very good. And, yeah, just excited to get our hands on a new game. And we will simulate now and see what we gain here. But a Caravelle, so we'll see what this is about. Is that it? I thought maybe there was going to be like an interview or something. I guess not. But anyway, car looks good. I don't mind the colour combination of the light blue and red. I think that looks nice. It will be a new addition, a new colour to the grid. So, yeah, if you've enjoyed the episode, guys, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for plenty more F120 My Team content. And we will be in Australia for the team's home race, I guess, for the very first race. We're going to be an Australian-based team. And we'll head to my hometown of Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix, which will be out later today. Until the next race, this first race, I should say. I'll see you then. Till then, goodbye.